Love it, love it, love it. Hi, I'm Devin. I own Refined Elements at Texas Urban Sawmill. Guess what? This has been a labor of love. Over a year in the making, and now we have our final product, which is going to be repurposed back into a Presbyterian church in Dallas, Texas. The history, the story, just the excitement and being able to repurpose a series of trees planted by the Boy Scouts when this building was built in the 1950s. We're going to give these guys a second life. So let's jump in. Check out this cladding, the color, the grain, what you can expect from an urban wood product, and let's talk a little bit more about what we're going to try to do here in Texas to bring some positive change. It's a call to action for all you architects and engineering firms. Let's do something different together. Let's show people what we can do with some of these trees that are being pushed to the side and ignored.
Before we have too much fun looking at the grain and character, let's talk about the profile itself. So this is a double V tongue and groove. Imagine that. A perfect fit. Now, let's take a closer look at the edge profiles. Here, you can see the female part, or the groove. And guess what? That's the tongue. Now let's flip it over and take a look at the top side with the double V groove pattern. A single V groove would normally just have the grooves at the left and the right far side. The groove in the center creates this profile as a double V groove. Now let's take a quick look at the custom knives that we had machined to produce this profile. Out of respect for time, we'll produce a second video talking more about molding, profiles, and knives. Alright, now follow me over to the computer. I'll show you the engineering drawing provided by our client for this unique profile. Alright, now let's have some fun. I want to show you designers what to expect from an urban wood product like this. First, I want to introduce you to a new term. This is a full mill run product. What does that mean? This simply means that no grading has occurred in the life cycle of this product. No grading of the logs, no grading of the lumber off the sawmill, and no grading of the final product. This line of thinking is contrary to what we've been taught as woodworkers. It results in maximizing the amount of material from these trees and minimizing the waste, unlike traditional grading. Let's talk more about these unique benefits in a little bit. At this point, let's focus on some of the amazing features and characteristics of this product and what makes it so unique and so special. So if you look to the left center board, you can see the medullary raise, which is common in oak. It's a unique characteristic of quarter sawn boards. Now let's transition to this board with these massive cathedrals, marbling, a rainbow of colors. You can even see a bark inclusion. Here we can see a common hazard of being an urban wood sawyer. Black iron stain from a nail hammered into the tree long ago. When we find objects in our lumber, I often ponder, who and how long ago did someone put this in the tree? A knot just popped up in this lighter, mainly sapwood board. Next, we're going to see some little channels created by wood boring beetles. There's actually still an ectoskeleton in here, but it's dead, of course, because this is properly kiln-dried lumber. Now I want to go back to my comment about lumber grading and why we should ignore it. In fact, why it leads to more waste, not less. The urban lumber movement is about utilizing trees that would have otherwise gone to waste. It is not about selecting only the best and leaving the rest as trash. What gives us the right as humans to decide what is good and bad in nature? And designers, quit worrying so much about your peers, what you saw in that magazine, matching that color palette perfectly. Nature is raw, it's diverse. Design for it, not against it. For my closing remarks, come step back in time with me. This was over a year ago, during the initial demo. In closing, I'd like everyone to ponder a few things. In design and art, they talk about 7 key elements: line, color, shape, form, value, space, and texture. What makes urban wood products so amazing is that they add another dimension, another key element of design. A history. The history of the tree. The relationship it has had with its surroundings. Let's grab hold of the opportunity to give these trees a second life, to not only look beautiful, but to become timeless conversational pieces. I hope this has inspired you in some way. But let's take that to another level. Let's act. So the next time you realize a majestic tree has to come down, don't worry, we can give it a second life. Let's produce some products that people can touch, feel, and see that amaze them. Let's focus on the history of the tree and the products we were able to produce from it. And then, let's let everyone else jump on the bandwagon and follow. And my promise to you, the next firm that calls with an interesting reuse project, I'll do my absolute best to make it cost effective so we can use it as a case example for others to follow in the future.